Federico Barrucci, the Italian painter, survived an event none of us can even imagine. In his youth, Barrucci was the victim of a poisoning by his jealous peers. This led to a lifetime of confinement to his hometown Urbino in northern Italy due to the long-lasting medical issues that arose. Later in his life, Barrucci was finally able to paint for 2 hours a day after he received a miracle of healing from the Virgin Mary, which soothed the constant pain he had been experiencing for many years. This incident spurred Barrucci's support of the Counter-Reformation movement, a return to the strict observation of Catholic regulations in the 16th and 17th centuries. This was a response to the Spanish Inquisition. One of Barrucci's paintings, The Annunciation, is currently in the Ackland Museum and displays the interaction between the Virgin Mary and the angel Gabriel as the news is delivered that she will carry the baby Christ. In the painting The Annunciation, Federico Barrucci's Counter-Reformation ideology and the combined influence of High Renaissance and Baroque styles on his artistic development led to his unrealistic portrayal of the Annunciation event. Barrucci's painting The Annunciation depicts a reality of Mary and the angel Gabriel interaction that is drastically different than history mandates. This is obvious through Barrucci's extravagant portrayal, unique posture, and impractical setting throughout the painting. Barrucci's portrayal of the Annunciation scene in his painting The Annunciation is considered extravagant when compared to the facts of the historical setting. In the painting, you will notice that the garb of Mary is beautiful, and there is a high amount of it. In reality, Mary was a poor peasant girl from a farm town and would not have been wearing more than a light tunic at best, because that is all she could have afforded. Barrucci chose to display the Virgin Mary in a more extravagant light because he revered her and was thankful for the miracle that he believed she performed on him. His support of the Counter-Reformation movement, the movement to follow the Catholic regulations more strictly, also caused him to display the Virgin Mary in the most extravagant light possible to reinforce the positive portrayal of the Catholic faith. The miracle that Barrucci experienced from the Virgin Mary just enhanced his support of the Counter-Reformation movement. This is supported by the fact that Barrucci utilizes shading throughout the Annunciation painting. Shading is a typical indicator of Counter-Reformation art. Federico Barrucci's counter-reformative artistic tendencies highly influenced his depiction of the Virgin Mary as extravagant in his painting The Annunciation. During Barrucci's formative years, the High Renaissance style was prevalent. However, during his later years, the Baroque style became the major artistic style in northern Italy. The High Renaissance style is characterized as being primarily focused on religion, while the Baroque style is known for its detail, realism, and naturalistic attention. The Annunciation indicates telltale signs from both these styles as seen through its religious focus and the prevalence of naturalistic detail. Barrucci's influence from various styles is one reason for the unique posture displayed in his painting, The Annunciation. As seen in other paintings focused on the Annunciation event, Mary is usually seated in a submissive stance while the angel Gabriel is coming to deliver her the good news. In Barrucci's portrayal, Mary is standing up while Gabriel is in a submissive stance delivering her the news with an outstretched gift of flowers. Barrucci chose to display the interaction in this manner due to his naturalistic influence from the Baroque style, which caused him to put Gabriel in the natural position assumed when asking for an engagement. In this case, the engagement was between the Virgin Mary and the heavens. Barrucci was also influenced by his reverence and debt to the Virgin Mary for healing him from his poisoning and allowing him to paint, so it is logical that he would place her in a position of honor. In addition, the High Renaissance influence on Barrucci is evident through the religious focus of the Annunciation. The Baroque and High Renaissance styles influenced Barrucci's portrayal of the Annunciation, specifically in his choice to place Gabriel in the submissive kneeling position while Mary was standing in the position of honor. Federico Barrucci's The Annunciation also features a setting that does not conform with the historical landscape of the time period. If you gaze out the window in the painting, you will notice a background landscape of a large castle. Mary is from the small town of Nazareth, a poor farming town, and the setting would have been that of Hudson farmland. At the most advanced stage, there would have been a market. But history definitely does not support the landscape of a castle out of Mary's window. In other depictions of the Annunciation, you will notice that the heavens are accompanying Gabriel as he delivers the good news to Mary. But you will not notice this in Barocci's painting. This is because Barocci has naturalistic artistic tendencies from his various stylistic influences, and portraying the obviously supernatural world would not be his style. Instead, Barocci symbolizes heaven outside of Mary's window with the supernatural background of a castle. Barocci's unrealistic setting is no mistake. It is done on purpose to allude to the greatness that represents the Virgin Mary and God in a decidedly naturalistic tone. Barocci is one of the least well-known Italian painters because of his medical ailment and the seclusion that this caused him. Yet those who know him consider him to be top tier. The Annunciation only works to support his credibility as a great Italian painter. This painting displays many influence on Barocci's entire body of work, which is why it is important to understand the contextualization of this piece. Barocci has been influenced by two main styles in his life: High Renaissance and Baroque styles, and this is evidenced through the subjects of his painting as well as the unique posture and setting. Barocci's commitment to the Catholic faith and the Counter-Reformation movement, due to his miraculous recovery, also played a part in shaping his depiction of the Annunciation. These influences are most obvious in the extravagant portrayal of the angel and the shading used. The Annunciation is one of Barocci's many religious pieces, and this is a result of the variety of occurrences and influences in Barocci's life.